Do your hands feel stiff and swollen when you wake up in the morning? Do your fingers ache after simple tasks like opening a jar, typing on the computer, or even holding your favorite coffee cup? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Arthritis in the hands and fingers is one of the most common conditions among adults over 50, and for many, it becomes a daily battle. The swelling, stiffness, and pain it brings don't just affect the body. They affect independence and confidence, making everyday life feel more difficult than it should be. Arthritis develops when the protective cartilage in the joints wears down over time. As that cushion thins, the bones rub together, causing pain, swelling, and inflammation. Over years, the joints can become stiff and deformed, limiting how much you can bend your fingers or grip an object. While this process is common with age, it doesn't mean you have to accept the pain as normal. There are natural, supportive ways to bring relief and keep your hands more flexible. One of the most effective and practical tools is acupressure. This ancient practice from traditional Chinese medicine uses the power of touch to activate specific points on the body. By applying gentle but focused pressure to these points, you stimulate circulation, calm inflammation, and release tension in the tissues. For arthritis, this can mean less stiffness, less swelling, and more freedom in your fingers and hands. Unlike medication, which can have side effects, or physical therapy, which requires appointments, acupressure is something you can do anytime and anywhere, in the morning when you wake up, during a break at work, or in the evening while you watch TV. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 of the most effective acupressure points for relieving arthritis pain in the hands and fingers. Each point has its own unique benefits. The first point helps improve flexibility and reduce stiffness in the joints, so your fingers can bend and stretch more easily. The second point calms inflammation and swelling, cooling the burning sensations that arthritis often brings. And the third point supports circulation throughout the hand, helping restore strength and comfort to weak, aching fingers. Together, these points form a simple 3-step routine that can bring immediate relief and long-term benefits when practiced daily. Just a few minutes of focused pressure can make your hands feel looser, warmer, and more comfortable, allowing you to do the activities you love with less frustration. Stay with me until the end, because I'll not only show you how to locate and massage each point, but I'll also demonstrate how to combine them into a short daily practice. This simple habit can become one of your best tools for living with less pain and more freedom in your hands. The first point we'll focus on is called Hegu, often translated as the joining valley. This name comes from its location, right in the fleshy web between your thumb and index finger, like a small valley where the 2 bones meet. If you press your thumb and index finger together, you'll notice a raised muscle. When you relax your hand again, the highest spot of that bulge is where Hegu is located. Why this point is so valuable for arthritis. Hegu is one of the most famous acupressure points because it has a wide range of benefits. For arthritis in the hands and fingers, it's especially powerful because it stimulates circulation, reduces stiffness, and brings more energy into the joints. In traditional Chinese medicine, Hegu is said to move qi and blood, meaning it helps restore healthy flow through the tissues. From a modern perspective, pressing this point can improve blood supply to the small joints of the fingers, reduce inflammation, and relax the muscles that tighten around painful joints. How to find and use it. Sit comfortably and hold one hand out in front of you. With the thumb of your opposite hand, press into the web between your thumb and index finger. The spot will likely feel tender or sore if you have stiffness in your hands. Apply firm but gentle pressure, holding it steadily for 2 to 3 minutes while you take slow, deep breaths. You can also massage the area in small circular motions if that feels better. Afterward, switch hands and repeat. What to expect. At first, the pressure may feel uncomfortable, sometimes a dull ache, other times a sharper soreness. This is normal and actually a sign that you found the right point. As you continue, That discomfort usually melts into warmth, tingling, or a sense of relief that spreads through the hand and into the fingers. Many people notice they can move their fingers more easily, and that their grip feels stronger right after practicing this point. When to use it? Hegu is especially useful in the morning, when arthritis stiffness tends to be at its worst. It's also great during the day if your hands become achy after typing, cooking, or doing chores. With regular use, this point helps keep the joints more flexible and reduces flare-ups of pain. Extra benefits. Beyond arthritis, Hegu is also famous for relieving headaches, reducing stress, and supporting overall circulation. It's sometimes called a master point for pain because of its wide-reaching effects on the body. In summary, think of Hegu as your go-to point for stiff, aching fingers. By stimulating this spot between the thumb and index finger, you encourage circulation, ease inflammation, and give your joints the support they need to move more freely. It's a simple practice that can bring quick relief and long-term benefits when done daily. The second point that is especially valuable for arthritis in the hands is called Liaogong, which means the Palace of Labor. The name reflects both its position and its function. Located right in the center of the palm, it sits at the heart of the hand, the area that does the most work every day. Just as a palace is the center of activity, this point is considered one of the main centers of energy in the body. How to find it? To locate Liaogong, simply bend your middle finger toward your palm. The tip of the finger will naturally land close to the center of the palm, and that is where the Liaogong point sits. If you press into this spot, you'll often notice a tender or warm sensation, especially if your hands are swollen or inflamed from arthritis. Why it helps with arthritis pain? In traditional Chinese medicine, Liaogong is known for clearing heat and calming the body. For people with arthritis, this translates into reducing inflammation, swelling, and the burning sensations that often come with joint pain. From a modern perspective, pressing this point helps improve blood flow through the palm and fingers, calms overactive nerves, and reduces the stiffness caused by swelling. It's like opening a channel that allows tight, sore tissues to relax and heal more effectively. How to practice: sit comfortably and place the thumb of your opposite hand into the center of your palm. Press down firmly but gently, holding steady pressure for about 2 minutes. You can also massage in slow circles, letting the warmth of your thumb spread into the palm. Switch hands and repeat. If your hands feel especially stiff, you can combine pressure with opening and closing your fingers slowly to encourage movement in the joints. What to expect? At first, Liaogong may feel tender, especially if your hands are inflamed. As you continue pressing, you may feel warmth spreading across the palm and into the fingers, or a light tingling as circulation improves. Many people notice that after working this point, their hands feel looser, lighter, and more comfortable, with less swelling in the fingers. When to use it? Liaogong is especially useful during arthritis flare-ups, when your hands feel hot, stiff, or swollen. It's also helpful after long periods of using your hands, such as typing, gardening, or cooking, to release built-up tension. Practicing this point regularly can make your hands more resilient and prevent daily stiffness from turning into long-lasting pain. Extra benefits. In addition to helping with arthritis, Liaogong is also known for calming stress and cooling the body. Many people find it deeply relaxing, almost like pressing a reset button for tension in the hands and mind. In summary, Liaogong is your healing center in the palm. By stimulating this powerful point, you calm inflammation, ease swelling, and restore comfort to the joints of the hand. Practice daily. It's a simple but highly effective way to support your hands against the pain of arthritis. The third group of points that are especially effective for arthritis in the hands are called Baxi, which means the 8 points. Unlike single points like Heg or Laogong, Baxi refers to a set of small points located in the soft tissue between each pair of fingers, right at the base where the fingers meet the hand. If you open your hand slightly, you'll see the small folds of skin in the webs between your fingers. These are where the Baxi points are found. How to find them. Spread your fingers gently apart. Look between the thumb and index finger, then between the index and middle and ring and little finger. In each of these web spaces, just beyond the knuckles, there is a small hollow that feels soft to the touch. These are the Baxi points. On each hand you'll find 4 points, making a total of 8. That's why they are called the 8 points. Why they help with arthritis pain. Arthritis doesn't just affect the big joints. It often locks up the small joints of the fingers, making it difficult to grip, bend, or stretch the hand. The Baxi points are directly connected to these finger joints, which is why they are so effective for reducing stiffness and improving flexibility. In traditional Chinese medicine, they are known for clearing heat and swelling, which means they reduce inflammation and help remove the blockages that cause pain. From a modern perspective, stimulating these points improves blood flow through the fingers, reduces puffiness, and relaxes the tight tissues around the joints. How to practice. To use Baxi, press gently into the web between 2 fingers with the thumb and index finger of your opposite hand. Apply steady pressure for about 1 minute, then move to the next space. Work your way through all 4 webs on one hand, then switch to the other. If your fingers feel especially stiff, you can add small circular massage movements or gently stretch your fingers apart as you press the point. What to expect? These points are often quite sensitive, especially if your joints are inflamed. At first, you may feel a sharp or achy tenderness. This is normal and usually softens with continued pressure. As you keep pressing, you may notice warmth or tingling spreading through the fingers. Many people find that after working Baxi, their hands feel looser, more flexible, and less swollen. Simple tasks like making a fist or gripping an object become easier. When to use them, Baxi points are especially helpful during flare-ups of arthritis. When the fingers feel stiff, swollen, or locked, they're also great in the morning, when arthritis stiffness is usually worst, and in the evening to release tension after a day of using your hands. Practicing these points regularly can prevent stiffness from building up and keep the joints more flexible over time. Extra benefits. Beyond arthritis, Baxi points are also used in Chinese medicine for relieving numbness, tingling, and even hot burning sensations in the hands. They support circulation and keep the fingers healthy and strong. In summary, Baxi is your go-to set of points for finger flexibility. By pressing the webs between the fingers, you reduce swelling, ease stiffness, and restore movement in the joints. When combined with Hegu and Laogong, they form a complete routine for healthier, more comfortable hands. Arthritis in the hands and fingers is one of the most frustrating conditions because it affects so many parts of daily life. Simple things like turning a doorknob, holding a cup of tea, or buttoning a shirt can suddenly feel difficult or even painful. But as you've seen today, acupressure gives you a natural, accessible way to take back some control. With just a few minutes of focused pressure each day, you can ease pain, reduce swelling, and keep your fingers moving more freely. We explored 3 powerful points that target arthritis in different ways. Hegu in the web between the thumb and index finger is a master point for releasing stiffness and improving circulation. Laogong, in the center of the palm, calms inflammation and soothes swelling in the joints. And Baxi, located in the webs between each finger, directly supports flexibility and loosens stiff finger joints. Each point has its own unique benefit, but together they form a routine that strengthens and protects your hands over time. Imagine starting your day with this simple 3-step practice. You press Hegu to unlock stiffness, stimulate Laogong to calm down inflammation, and finish with Baxi to keep your fingers flexible. In less than 10 minutes, your hands feel warmer, lighter, and more comfortable, ready for the tasks of the day. Over weeks and months, this small habit can bring long-term improvements, making it easier to stay active, independent, and pain-free. Of course, acupressure is not a replacement for professional medical treatment. If your arthritis is severe, rapidly worsening, or accompanied by sharp pain, always follow your doctor's advice. But as a safe, natural daily support, acupressure can make a meaningful difference in how your hands feel and function. Friends, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. It helps us create more content like this and reach more people who need it. And if you know someone who struggles with arthritis in their hands, share this video with them. It could be exactly what they've been looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep practicing, take care of your hands, and remember, small steps every day add up to big changes over time. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.